Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. Please check out the description box for all the nice links. Drop a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification icon if you like the content, and check out the top right eye for more links. Today is just about Visual Studio, installing it, making sure you have something to work in. You can decide what you want to work in as long as you know how it works, because I won't be able to support you that much when it comes to anything other than Visual Studio. So you have Visual Studio Code for Windows, Mac, and Linux. If you want to use this, there is a way to link SFML and stuff like that. I'm not sure about LUA, but you should be able to run that. You have Visual Studio, the regular one for Mac here, and then of course for Windows. So I want you to just download community version here if you're on Windows, and it will have a little video here. You can check it out. There's some options and all that stuff, and then it will just download down here. Click it, run it. Of course I want to install it, and then it will run all the stuff. You just keep clicking continue. So I had a little update. I'm just going to cancel that for now and show you what's going on. So once you come here, you'll see the installer window. There will be the installed versions and then the available versions. So you should see yours here, or maybe even it will start just installing it. But anyway, you'll press install here, and then it will ask you for a bunch of things, where you want to put it and all that stuff. And once you do that, you'll come to a page which looks like this, which you can come to by pressing modify in the list. And you'll see this. You'll see a bunch of packages, and I want you to just get whatever you want here. Nothing is really important. I would pick this one if I were you. Desktop development with C++. That's good to have. We're going to use SFML, so we don't include that from here. Once you click these, you just do install, and it should install it for you. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it up and show you guys how to set up the project. So let's just open up Visual Studio 2019. It looks beautiful. It's really nice. It's a great IDE to work in. If you guys are new to IDEs and you don't work with these a lot, I can tell you they're called integrated development environments, and it's basically an editor for your code. It has everything you need in it: compiler, editor, all kinds of IntelliSense features. So basically it helps you code and tells you the right way to do it, like a grammar correction for Word, for example. It's kind of like that. You can think about it. It's really good. I like Visual Studio. A lot of people hate on it, but it's very easy to use and very flexible. So once you come to this window, you'll see a bunch of things. You don't have anything in the recents here, but you'll have to press on create new project. So we're just going to create a new project here, and then we'll start up some things for you. Once that's set up, you'll have a lot of things to choose between, all right? You won't have these recent ones here either. So I want you to just search for C++ here, and then you'll get a bunch of things here. I want you to press Windows Desktop Wizard, and you'll get an option to just name your stuff. I'll just name it something. There you go. So I've named my project and I've chosen a location to put it. I'd say don't put these projects on your C, put them on some kind of external drive or somewhere where you can keep them, and they can be pretty big, because these can turn out to be quite big with all the textures and stuff and all the code we're going to be using, since this is a very big game project. So there you go. Once that's done, you just press create and it will create it for you. And then you'll find this little dialog pop up, and this is very important. I want you to press pre-compiled headers, not empty project, pre-compiled headers, console application, all right, and just press OK. If you haven't checked out any of these C++ tutorials, I will put in the comment section, I'll put a few links to stuff for prerequisites for this series, where you can go through my C++ series, modern C++ stuff like precompiled headers, what that is, for example, and then SFML, a good detailed thorough tutorial on SFML, as a link to the 2D RPG series if you're interested in that as well. And that's a huge series just like this one. So once you come in here, you'll find a lot of comments and stuff. You can remove them if you want. Once that's done, you have pretty much your Visual Studio set up. All we need is to just check what files we have. So open up your header files. You'll see a precompiled header.h. Here is where we're going to add all our headers we want. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to include IOStream here, for example. And I'm going to include string as well, for example, here. Vector, what else do we need? Include math.h. So we're just going to start with these. We'll include things here as we need. But precompiled headers are great because you can just include everything on one spot and include that everywhere else in the game. So I'm not going to include IOStream here exactly, because we already did that in the precompiled header. So you'll see you just need to include precompiled header, and it will include all those libraries. But the good thing about that is that it's such a nice package and it's very optimized. That's why we'll use that. Once you have that done, you have your main file, which is called the same thing as your project file here. And here's where we're going to include all the SFML stuff and things like that. And we'll create the game class and all that eventually. So I recommend you to fix your Visual Studio and customize it the way you want to. Well, the way you do that is you go to Tools and you can go to Options first of all. And here you see a bunch of things, fonts and colors, all kinds of options you can change here. Some stuff like a color theme if you want to change that. I think more important is the Customize part here where you can just customize what toolbars you see. Text editor, you can see the XML editor, you can see a bunch of things here that you can use later on. Graphics, debug, statistics, and stuff like that. And then commands as well. You can change these up. Extension menus, I'm not sure about that, but there's a lot of things you can change basically. So go to your text editor here and go to C++ in general. You'll see a bunch of things here like word wrap and all that. You can go to tabs and change this. Advanced, code style, formatting, view, all kinds of things here basically. Whatever you need, you can go change it in here, but just make sure you change it for the language you're using. And then there's some general stuff. There you go, guys. Visual Studio setup and ready to go. We'll link SFML in the next one and we'll be ready to code some game stuff. So thank you so much for sticking with me. Check out all the stuff, all the links in the description box. Remember to check out the comment section where I'll put the links to the other tutorials, and drop a like, subscribe if you like the content. See you in the next one.